Welcome to the world of amazing endangered animals. Hi there, Henry. What's with the hat?
I'm going in search of big game. There's something now.
Henry, you can't shoot that leopard.
I'm not hunting it. I'm taking its picture.
Oh, that's good. You do know that leopards are endangered animals.
Excuse me. Of course I know they're dangerous.
Not dangerous, endangered. It means there are very few of them left. They could soon be extinct.
What? Like the dinosaurs? You mean all gone?
That's right.
Uh-oh! If he's hungry, then I'm the one that's endangered. Excuse me while I make myself scarce.
Being in danger and being endangered are very different things, Henry. But these days, more and more animals are in danger of becoming endangered.
Why doesn't somebody do something about it?
It's not always possible to do anything. You see, some animals are better equipped to survive than others. It's just nature's way.
But what I don't get is how an animal as big as an elephant can be endangered. Or a whale.
Big animals grow slowly and don't have many babies. If their population crashes because of climate change or lack of food, then it can be really tough for them to recover.
Oh no, did he die because of climate change?
No, Henry. These days, many animals die or become endangered because of the things people do.
I thought people might have something to do with it.
It's not that simple, Henry. There are so many more people now than there were 100 years ago. They use a lot more resources, and that means more pollution and less space for animals.
How many species are endangered?
Thousands.
Thousands?
Yes, and it's not just big animals that are endangered. Most of the world's endangered animals are actually really small. They're usually the ones that we know very little about.
How do we know they're endangered then?
It's often one of the only things that scientists do know. We know that these barbarousas are found on just a few islands in Southeast Asia, where their forest home is slowly being destroyed. We also know that they're a good source of food for the islanders.
But they're just pigs.
Not just any pigs, Henry. Check out those tusks.
Whoa! These guys look really tough. They can't be in any danger.
Sorry, Henry. The final thing we know is that if they don't get help soon, they're dead as a dino. You can't spray those bugs, Henry.
Why not?
Well, just think, if the bugs are poisoned and the frogs eat the bugs and then the heron eats the frogs...
Wow! Then they all get poisoned too. Yikes! Maybe I won't spray after all. I guess I better get back to my other hobby.
And what's that?
Boat building.
Really?
Yeah, I got some great wood all the way from the South American rainforests.
No! Henry! You can't use wood from the rainforest.
Why not? They got loads of it.
Lots of people think just like that, Henry, but it's not really true anymore.
It isn't?
No. Rainforests are being destroyed at an alarming rate. Millions of trees have been cut for timber, and whole jungles have been burned to provide new land for farms.
Yeah, but they'll grow back, won't they?
Not fast enough, and not at all if the land is kept clear for farms. But it's not just the trees in the forest that are being destroyed. The animals that live in them are disappearing too. Most of them are specially adapted to live in these forests, not on farms. No trees means no home, and that's one of the main ways animals become endangered.
Yikes! Well, sea creatures are okay. You can't burn the sea.
No, but you can pollute it. Every year, millions of gallons of crude oil are dumped into the sea,
crude is right. Sheesh, who would do that?
Sometimes oil tankers have accidents.
Excuse me. What's that?
That's a duck.
But it's covered in oil. It'll wash off, right?
Maybe, Henry, but maybe not. Spilled oil kills millions of animals all over the world every year. Even rescued birds may be too sick to survive.
Hey, that whale should be okay. He's way bigger than those little birds.
Oil can hurt whales too, but they face lots of other problems as well. This humpback whale has a big problem with fishing nets.
Come on, whales don't use fishing nets.
No, Henry, people do. But when people and whales try to fish in the same place, then the whales can get caught up in the nets.
Some catch. If I was a huge whale, I'd just bust out.
They can't, Henry. Modern nets are too strong, and if whales get caught underwater, they can't come up to the surface to breathe, and then they can drown.
Hey guys, this is no time for a cruise around the bay. There are whales to be saved.
I think that's what they're doing, Henry.
Are you sure?
They're just trying to free the whale from the nets.
They are? So he's okay?
This time, yes. He's the one that got away.
Yay! Free whaley! Run wild! Run free!
Henry, it's time for your report. It's time for your special report.
What? Now?
Yes, Henry, now.
Oh.
You are ready, aren't you?
Of course I am. What was it about again?
You're supposed to be telling us what happened to the passenger pigeon, Henry.
Oh, right. Here goes. Okay, so about 100 years ago, there were millions and millions of passenger pigeons, but now there are none left at all. How am I doing so far?
Very good, Henry. So why did they disappear?
I'm getting to that. You're just so impatient. Okay, so the passenger pigeons used to carry all the mail for the post office, but they couldn't fly very fast. So eventually, man invented the airplane, and the pigeons were all fired. They switched jobs to pizza delivery, but then man invented the motorcycle, and they lost their jobs again. The passenger pigeons decided there was no future for them on Earth, so they built spaceships and flew off to seek out new worlds, boldly going where no pigeon had gone before. They eventually found a planet with no planes and no motorcycles and cornered the intergalactic pizza delivery market. But they still come and visit us occasionally just to make sure the planet's okay. And we think they're UFOs. And that's what happened to the passenger pigeons, and that's straight from the lizard's mouth. So, do I get an A or what?
Henry, even an or what would be too good for that report.
Didn't I even get one bit right?
Not even one, Henry.
Rats.
Passenger pigeons didn't lose their jobs or go off to another planet. They died out.
Oh.
Some 400 years ago, when Europeans first arrived in America, they encountered many animals that they'd never seen before. But there was one bird that, even though it was new, looked familiar to them, the passenger pigeon.
How come it was familiar? Did they meet at a party?
No, it was because they were very similar to the pigeons they were used to back home. They cooed, ate seed, and tasted good, just like the pigeons back in Europe.
Yuck! That's disgusting!
Maybe to you, but when the settlers discovered passenger pigeons, they put them straight on the menu.
And it was bye-bye birdie?
Not quite. People thought that because there were so many of them, they'd never die out.
There must have been a lot of pigeons then.
Oh yeah, At one time, it was thought that there were more passenger pigeons than all the other birds in America combined. One onlooker reported seeing a huge flock flying over that covered the whole sky for 3 days.
Whoa, that's amazing! So why did they die out then?
They were hunted a lot, partly to protect crops and partly to feed the fast-growing population of North America. Billions of birds were killed every year.
Billions? Whoa. Didn't anyone realize that they were killing too many?
Unfortunately not. It was only when it was too late that people realized. The Quelea finch in Africa faces a lot of the same problems. It's probably the most common bird in the world today, and because it's an agricultural pest, millions are killed every year.
Don't people ever learn?
Now, that's a tough question, but the thing is, Quelea aren't endangered. They can breed so fast that in only a few weeks their numbers are back up to where they were before they were hunted. Passenger pigeons were very slow breeders. They just couldn't keep up with the hunting. Martha, the last ever passenger pigeon, died in September 1914 at the Cincinnati Zoo. With her death, the whole passenger pigeon species passed out of existence.
What a sad story.
I know, and the same thing has happened to a lot of other animals.
Well, not anymore. Henry is on the case.
I guess every little bit helps, Henry.
Who are you calling little? Say, what's with the statues?
Well, that's a great auk, and that's a dodo, a mammoth.
A mammoth? Aren't they extinct?
They sure are, and so are all these others.
Excuse me. All of them?
Yep, and there are many other animals around the world whose time is running out.
Hey, but the tiger isn't extinct.
No, not yet, but it looks like it could be only a matter of time before.
Before what? Oh no, not the tiger.
I'm afraid so, Henry. Tigers are so endangered that they are virtually extinct. The problem is that tigers are big animals. They need a lot of jungle and a lot of animals to eat.
So what's the problem?
People are cutting down the jungles, so there's less food for the tigers.
Why don't they open a can of tuna like any other cat?
They need something a little bigger, Henry. And anyway, there's no can openers in the jungle.
Okay, it was just a thought.
Now, because there aren't enough wild animals left to eat, tigers have started to eat domestic animals. They'll even attack people if they get in the way.
Yeah, well, after what people are doing to the tiger's home, I don't blame them.
The point is that their natural habitats are being destroyed. That's the main reason they're dying out. But it gets even worse because tigers are hunted and killed for their beautiful skins. Even their bones are used, ground into a powder, which some people think makes good medicine.
That's terrible!
That's right. But the tiger is only one of thousands of animals that may soon become extinct. Unless people change their ways, it might go the way of the thylacine, or Tasmanian wolf, that will never again be seen in the outback of Australia.
Why? Is it shy?
No, Henry. It's been shot and hunted into extinction.
So did it have the same problems as the tiger?
Pretty close. People in Tasmania were worried that the thylacine would eat all their sheep and cattle. The government even offered a reward for every dead thylacine, so it was hunted down until only a few were left in zoos. And then there were none.
And I guess extinction is forever.
Yes, Henry, although some new sightings have been reported.
Maybe they built a spaceship and...
Don't start that again, Henry.
Sorry, it does give me an idea, though.
Henry, what's that?
It's my ark. I made it myself.
Yeah, but what are you going to do with it?
I'm saving us all from extinction, that's what.
Henry, come out of there. I don't think we're due for a flood. And anyway, you're not an endangered animal.
Excuse me, I'm one of a kind. I'm as rare as you get.
We're all grateful for that. Another reason some animals are endangered is because they now live too close to people and their modern life. Like this brown bear. Some people have a problem with road safety, but animals have even more trouble. Hundreds of millions of them are killed on the roads every year.
Why don't they just use the sidewalk?
Most wild places don't have sidewalks, Henry, but it can be even more dangerous in places where they do.
Huh?
How do howler monkeys cross a busy road?
Hey, I told you before, I do the jokes.
It's not a joke, Henry. So many monkeys were being injured on the road that the people of this Central American town built a rope bridge for them.
Excuse me, did you say people built it? I thought people were the problem.
Not always. More and more people are thinking about protecting animals these days.
Well, it's about time.
If it wasn't for people who do care, then many species like these Grevy's zebras would already be extinct. They're being protected in a wildlife park.
Well, yeah, but it's not as good as the real thing, is it?
Maybe not, but it's better than being extinct.
Good point.
And they still get a lot of space to run around in. Another place animals are kept for safety is zoos.
Zoos? But that means cages and stuff. There's less room in a zoo than at a wildlife park.
I know, but sometimes there's no choice. It does give zookeepers and scientists a chance to study the animals, though, and try to work out exactly why they're dying out.
But it must be embarrassing to be watched all the time. What happens when they want to take a bath?
I know what you mean, but at least zoos try to help people learn more about the animals, and maybe they'll go home and help stop other species from becoming endangered.
And now, ladies and gentle lizards, it's time for Henry's amazing Golden Gecko Award.
The prize winners for my all-time favorite endangered animal are... In third place is the howler monkey. These guys may have lost much of their forest home, but with a little help from their human friends, they can cross the road safely. In second place is the tiger. They've gotten too fond of people and their pets, especially with fries. But the winner of the Golden Gecko Award for my all-time favorite endangered animal is the giant panda. The giant panda is probably the world's best-known endangered animal.
Although no one is sure whether it's a kind of bear or a large raccoon.
I knew that. Stop interrupting.
Sorry, Henry.
All right, then. Now there are less than 1,000 giant pandas left, and they only live in the mountains of central China. People used to think they were dying out because they only ate bamboo, and there wasn't much bamboo left. They now know that pandas can eat lots of different things, only they don't. They prefer bamboo to everything else. The big problem is that bamboo is so low in nutrients that a panda needs huge amounts just to survive. And when there's no bamboo, you can guess what happens. Pandas have been rare in China since even before people have been around. Sure, some people have hunted them for skins, but most people like pandas. It's just that the human population grew so fast that lots of land was needed to grow food for people. They didn't have time to worry about pandas dying out. But now that's all changing. People in China and in other countries are working really hard to save the panda. Their mountain habitat is protected and new breeding centers have been set up. It seems that pandas won't ever be common, but hopefully they'll now survive. They're even used as a symbol by conservation groups to help educate people about endangered animals all over the world. And that is why the giant panda wins the Golden Gecko Award for being my favorite endangered animal. And that's when you pounce, okay? Hey, don't blame me. That's just what leopards do. It ought to come naturally to you.
What's this, Henry? Your idea of a finishing school for animals?
Oh, ha ha. I'm just showing them how to survive in the wild. You know, from one rare species to another.
Actually, that's a pretty great idea, Henry. Only, for most endangered animals, there's no wild left to go back to.
No wild? But where will they live? They can't all stay here forever.
Well, until their wild homes are safe, it means that we have to look after them the best we can.
I guess. Tell you what, though.
What's that, Henry?
That leopard isn't gonna get my bed. On second thoughts, be my guest. Boy, those endangered animals, they're more trouble than they're worth. Oh, wait. Orangutans are okay. Don't tell me they're endangered, too.
I'm afraid so, Henry. Not only are their forest homes threatened, but some people buy baby orangutans as pets.
I guess they are kind of cute. But they're wild animals, not pets.
Exactly, Henry.
So what are these people doing? Taking their pets for a wheelbarrow ride?
No, Henry. They run an orangutan orphanage. This is where they look after babies that have been taken away from people that kept them as pets. Here, they try to teach them all they need to know about being an orangutan.
And how long will it take?
It could take more than 5 years just to learn the basics.
Wow! Being an orangutan is obviously much more complicated than I thought.
It's certainly a long, slow process. Every day, the young orangs are taken into the forest to play and learn. When they're older, they'll be left there for longer periods with no people around. That way, they'll become more independent, and then eventually, when they're ready, they can be returned to the wild.
Wow! So there are people out there who really care about endangered animals.
Thankfully, yes, Henry.
Hey, leave some for the others. No wonder everyone's endangered with you eating all their food.
How's the animal sanctuary going, Henry?
Oh, great. It's the grocery bill I'm worried about.
Well, he is a big wild animal.
Big! You should see what he did in my slippers.
Maybe this isn't the best place to keep them after all.
Yeah, I guess they need to be cared for by people who really know what they're doing.
You're right, Henry. But don't forget, there are ways for us all to take care of amazing endangered animals.